Hey, I'm Jonathan Porter. If you're anything like me, you understand that life gets hectic, it gets busy, and oftentimes you feel like you're stretched in 100 different directions. When that happens, it's easy to lose sight of what's most important, what really matters the most. You know, I'll never forget one of the first times I ever went deer hunting. I was sitting in a stand with a guy, and the deer walked out, and it was going to be my first deer that I ever shot. And I'll never forget his words. He said to me, "Stay calm and focus. Stay calm and focus. Just focus." You know, those are wise words. Words that we can think about today when we get so scattered out and so pulled in so many different directions. Just stay calm and focus. Focus on what matters most. Focused on the things that are most important. You know, we find ourselves in the middle of a week that we call Holy Week. And I want to remind you about what really matters most and what we ought to be focusing on, not just this week, but every day of our lives. On Friday, we're going to focus on Jesus' journey to the cross, where he went and he laid down his life willingly for all of mankind, but most importantly for you to understand and for you to focus on that he went to that cross and he laid down his life for you. Jesus, when he was speaking to some of the guys that followed him, he said these words. He said, "Greater love hath no man than this, then he laid down his life for his friends." Those are the things that we ought to focus on. We ought to focus on the fact that Jesus loves us and that he gave his life for us. Then we ought to focus on the fact that it doesn't stop there. For you see, Holy Week culminates on Easter Sunday. Easter Sunday is a time of celebration where we go and we celebrate together the fact that death couldn't defeat Jesus and the grave couldn't hold Jesus. But Jesus came back to life. God raised him from the dead, and he lives today. Would you this week take some time out of the busyness of your schedule to focus on what matters most? Would you take some time to just get away from all those things that are pulling you in 100 different directions and focus on what really makes a difference in your life? I promise you, during this moment, during this week, during Holy Week, when you turn your attention toward Jesus, he's going to make sure that everything else falls into place. For that is what matters most.